Hey guys, Jason here for TheChartGuys, checking back in on Tesla. What a crazy morning. We had a huge drop pre-market, big pop early in the morning, and then a really boring rest of the day. And I think that's because the S&P took a beating. It was down pretty good today. And I think if we had saw a little bit of strength, if we got closer to our key support levels, Tesla could have had a good day. And we need to keep in mind that the daily time frame, we're deeply oversold. Our RSI is really low on the daily. So a nice pop is expected for Tesla. One of these days is likely going to be a nice solid green day. It may not save this crazy overall downtrend that we're seeing, but we're oversold and we need to let that cool off a little bit, either by just doing crazy, boring sideways stuff like this for a long time or a nice healthy green day. So what do we see on Tesla? 5-minute time frame, like I said, a lot of volatility early in the morning, set in some key levels, 199.60. And before I go any further, I want to point out down here, I believe in yesterday's video, I said that our key weekly support was 178.53. I was incorrect. I did not have my magnet on. It's a little bit off. 178.19 is the key level. So watch that for your weekly trends. Now, crazy morning, slow dawdling equilibrium. And we were watching our key levels here, our first high, our low, and we get a double top, set a new higher low, 192.13, 197.98, and then we started to tighten up, and eventually we did break to a new high. So we looked for a 5-minute pop over the break. This guy said the level's hidden there. I'm just gonna, 195.35. So we did get a break of that, and when we did, we saw a little tiny micro pop, and we didn't get a lot of follow through or commitment. So when you don't see major moves on a break, when you expect to see one, you got to zoom out and take a look at what's going on, because obviously there's no strength behind this equilibrium. We should have seen a nice healthy move and probably a break of 197.98 if this was a true 5-minute EQ, but it was not. So you zoom out and try to take a look and see what's going on, and this looks like a little bit more clear of a picture for us. I would call this our next lower high on that EQ and wait for something to develop, setting a new higher low if we were going to continue this. Should we open up in this range? It's unlikely, but I would love to see that if we just slowly meandered over here and had a beautiful 15-minute EQ going into tomorrow, and again, then getting some nice direction on some potential breaks. So if that does happen, there's a couple outcomes we can look for. Again, we would love to see a big monster flush down to weekly support, get into a long position, and start to see us climbing back up. A break of this EQ, a move of that caliber is not unexpected. We see that we're very capable of moving a lot of real estate, I guess. We can move quite a bit if we want to. So a quick break, flush down to that level before bouncing would be awesome. If the S&P can have a nice green day and everything sort of aligns, that would be perfect. Again, watching for a loss of 178.19, not good. That would be bearish. So, other option, we break our EQ to the upside, in which case we go to our hourly time frame, try to find some sort of resistance, and I don't really see too much of anything until we get over here with our high of 207.40. So, good potential setup here on the 15-minute time frame. Watch that going into tomorrow. If it sets up and executes nicely, I'll do another wrap-up video, and we'll take it from there. If you guys want to learn how to read charts, or at least how to read them the way we do, chartguys.com. Tons of resources out there on the internet. Make sure you, wherever you're learning technical analysis, you find somebody you trust. You find someone who has good information that can be conveyed to you in a way you can really understand it and utilize it. And good luck.